Yo, what's up, everyone? It's been a minute since I posted here, but yesterday was, well, actually today, I'm recording this Sunday night, was the Pokemon World Championships 2025, where all of the Pokemon games were played at the highest level of competition, including the Pokemon trading card game. This video is going to be me checking out one of the coolest decks from the top 8 of that World Championship, which will be Mateusz Laskiewicz. I could be pronouncing that incorrectly. Top 8 Zoroark deck list. Make sure and follow him on Twitter. Give him some love. Check out his social media. This deck is a work of art. He said he designed it, I believe, with a couple other people, and it's one of the most unique decks in the top cut of Pokemon World Championships 2025. It, at first glance, looks like the Ends Zoroark decks that we've sort of seen in the past, but when you get really into it, you start to notice that there's actually no End Starmanitan. So the only attack that you're going to be using with End Zoroark is going to be either the Virtuous Flame or the Powerful Rage from End's Reshiram, focusing completely on just the offensive swinging at the active Pokemon ability with End Zoroark. Alongside End Zoroark, he's played a suite of tech options, tech Pokemon, which he has a ton of space for, since he's freed up all the slots that are normally dedicated in End Zoroark to the Ends Darmanitan, the Comeback Energy, the sheer number of Ends PP up that you have to play, the Ends Castles that you have to play. All of a sudden, you have like 20 plus deck slots to work with to play just generically good cards. One of the upsides of End Zoroark is that it does attack using Dark Energy, and Dark Energy in this format is exactly where you want to be because that is the energy you can put on Monkey Dory, which is arguably the best or second best card in the entire format. Monkey Dory will allow you to heal off your End Zoroark. It has a very hefty hit point stat at 280, and it will also allow you to get extra prizes and accumulate damage on your opponent's side of the field if you aren't able to get one-hit knockouts. He does play a couple of different Ogerpon masks, the Wellspring Ogerpon and the Cornerstone Ogerpon mask. Cornerstone can wall out Pokemon that have abilities, and the Wellspring Ogerpon mask, while not using the torrential attack, it is using Sob only, is a crucial piece in taking down Grimmsnarl deck lists from what I was reading on his Twitter, once again. So usually the reason you'll play Wellspring Ogerpon is it is a trapper using the Sob attack that has high enough hit points to where it can't be knocked out by a Grimmsnarl EX, and it doesn't have an ability itself, unlike Maractus, so that it's not going to get pinged by something like Frostlass. Blood Moon Ursaluna, one of the best comeback cards in the format, and same thing with Pheasantipity, so pretty self-explanatory. The trainer lineup looks extremely powerful. 4 Arvins, arguably the best setup supporter in the entire format, which searches for Secret Box, which is arguably the best A-spec in the format. It is kind of surprising to me that people slept on Secret Box for so long. Back when I made the Roaring Moon video on this channel, I was talking about how high I was on Secret Box, and at that time, Secret Box was about $1, and now they're about $20, so should have bought them back when I posted that video, I guess. But this card is very good. It's basically computer search, but instead of searching one card, you get to search 4. So insanely powerful, and you can search it off of Arvin for just a full 1 card setup, more or less. The interesting stuff here is going to be the Technical Machine Turbo Energize, which is a way he uses to ramp his energies onto his attackers so that he has multiple follow-up attackers, and that can grab him the basic fighting energy from the deck as well for the Ogerpon. It's a cool, I think, turn 1 sort of option in this deck. It can put dark energies onto your Monkey Dory. It can set you up a variety of different ways, and it also doesn't force you into committing any 1 or 2 different things. Like, for example, like if you want to use Ends PP up as your primary acceleration, you would need to then commit multiple Ends Pokemon that you expect to stick around, and then you would also need to draw into multiple energy switches. While he does have one of each of those as tech options off of the Secret Box or the Arvin, it's not his primary form of energy acceleration in order to set up multiple attackers and guarantee that he has enough energy to be able to use his Monkey Dories as well as his masks. Because these Pokemon, while they are incredibly powerful, Zoroark has that amazing trade style ability that lets you turn any card into Pot of Greed. They are pretty energy intensive. 2 dark energy each to attack, and then the Ogerpon takes 3, as well as the dark energy on each of the Monkey Dories. So for a full setup, turn 3, you're going to be looking to want at least 3 energy in play, 2 on a Zoroark and 1 on a Monkey Dory, to be able to do the full range of stuff that you're looking to do, basically. Plus, getting the energy out of the deck thins out your deck, and it makes your deck just more consistent, so you're drawing into one of your 5 copies of Countercatcher or Boss's Orders, or your 3 copies of Iono. This is an incredibly high count of disruptive cards, and I think that that is played a huge role in his success with this deck, being able to just hunt down Gardevoirs on the bench and then one-hit KO them with Zoroark while hitting for weakness, being able to hunt down things like Latias EX or Mew EX and one-hit KO them with Zoroark as well is very, very nice. And then on top of that, Iono is just one of the best ways to maybe cut your opponent off of resources if they've overcommitted a little too early and don't have follow-up attackers. One Professor's Turo, one Switch, and I think there was one other, yes, one Air Balloon for mobility. Just got to have mobility. I like that he's opting for the Air Balloon, the Switch, and the Turos over the End's Castle. I think End's Castle is actually kind of suboptimal because Artisan obviously is one of the best setup cards in the format. It helps you get Monkey Dories out consistently. It helps you get out your Zoruas out consistently or your Reshurams, whatever you may be missing, and you can grab it off of Secret Box. So it just makes your one card setup so much more powerful. And the End's Castle also doesn't give mobility to things like Blood Moon Ursaluna or Pheasantipede or Monkey Dory even. So you need to have mobility cards that are more generic because you are playing a more generic deck with just a splash of the End's Pokemon here. I'd say a 50-50 splash, more or less. So it's not less of a splash, right? One Palpad to shuffle things back, Night Stretcher, Super Rod, so you can go late into the game with your resources. One Ultra Ball, one Earthen Vessel as ways to search any Pokemon. Ultra Ball here is most likely just to search out for the End Zoroark, but it can also search for like Pheasantipede or Blood Moon Ursaluna if you've missed on a Nest Ball. 3 Nest Ball, 3 Buddy Buddy Poffin makes perfect sense to me. Just a really, really well put together, well thought out, and beautiful looking deck list. Highly competitive. It's going to be a blast to try it out. Stick around and enjoy the matches. I hope you guys like this video. I'm trying to get it out as soon as possible because the World Championships just happened, and boy, I'm excited to play this. This deck looks like a blast. I think Mateusz, I could be pronouncing that wrong again, and his friends did a great job on this deck list, and yeah, show him some love on social media. And if you like this video and you want to see more videos on this channel, show me some love here too. Subscribe, like, and I'll see you guys in the matches. Cool. This is my first time recording this type of live gameplay with Pokemon T.C.G. Live. Normally I record the video and then don't have the commentary on until post because, let's be real, I was getting back into the game and so I needed to actually lock in and focus on the game. But I'm trying this deck for the first time. I don't really know what the Zoroark deck is all about. I've played against it several times, but I've never played against a list that looks quite like this. I do have sort of a fundamental understanding because I read through a little bit of it, and I did watch him play it on stream, so hoping to get you guys some good gameplay. It's at least Arceus ranked gameplay, you know, not super, super low ladder stuff where we're playing against like starter decks or whatnot, but we shall see. We shall see. Very excited to try this out. First time doing a little test hand with this bad boy, and what have we got here? Monkey Dory and Zorua. Wow, okay. So I think it's more likely we will want Monkey Dory in the active. Let me see here. Buddy Buddy Poffin can get us more Zoruas. They're using Umbreon sleeves. Is there any reason? All right, fine. I'll put Zorua in the active. I doubt that this is unlikely, or I believe that this is unlikely to punish us. I need to turn my music off. But who knows? We shall see. We shall see. So we're going first, which isn't great. We don't have a ton of energy, or any energy really, but looks like we're playing against Hoot Hoot is possibly Eeveelutions, is possibly Raging Bolt. So against Raging Bolt, we may not want so many Zoruas, but I think it's just too good to get a couple of Zoruas down. I'm not sure about committing the Monkey Dory quite yet, or committing the Nest Ball quite yet. Nest Ball might be more useful for us next turn to sort of respond to what we are thinking about. We don't want to commit anything before it's time, basically. There's a risk we get Iono'd, but the Hoot Hoot decks usually aren't super heavy on the Iono. They usually play like one. They're probably looking to play a setup card themselves, something like Arven, to find their Fan Rotom. So looks like they have Buddy Buddy Poffin naturally, so they're going to be able to find the Fan Rotom naturally that way. Fan Rotom can KO the Zorua, so that is a little bit ugly. It's going to put us behind a little bit. Possibly I may have wanted to get a third Zorua with the Nest Ball just so we could chain stuff together. It looks like it is Eeveelutions. So this will actually be quite a hard matchup because they have the Leafeon EX, which can one-hit KO the Zoroark. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. So we need to figure out a way to navigate this sort of thing. And it looks like he does have the stadium as well. So he's going to be able to attack with Fan Rotom. Man, that's brutal. Thankfully, we will be able to Iono away his Noctowl. And okay, looks like he's on Psychic Energy, which means there's a chance he's maybe not playing Leafeon. If he's not playing Leafeon, we're in pretty good shape here. Let's go ahead and evolve. Hold up. So if I evolve the active, what are the chances we attack this turn? Pretty low. I think we should maybe... Actually, I don't really want to fall behind. I will evolve the active, actually. I think we will evolve the active. I think we're going to end up evolving most of them anyway. Is this a matchup where we really want Monkey Dories going? Let's see. He hits us for 130. Yeah, I could see wanting maybe a Monkey Dory in play. That could be a huge mistake. I don't really know. Using the Nest Ball here would make sense. The Ogerpons don't seem particularly useful at the moment, though, so maybe it's just get a utility Pokemon, like, not utility, sorry, the Ends Reshiram so we can attack. I think that's, like, best case. And then we'll go ahead and use Iono to get a new hand before using the trade ability from the Zoroark EX. So there goes his Noctowl. He may get another one. That's not unreasonable. And now we can start to use our powerful trade ability. I like to conceal information, use the trade first before we evolve the Zoroark. But we don't have any energy still, which is very frustrating. I'd like to keep all my supporters. They all seem good. And I'd like to keep the Super Rod. So what I'm going to discard is actually the Monkey Dory. I don't think we'll need 3 Monkey Dory, and we can always put him back with the Super Rod. So we do have another Zoroark. We can dig towards finding our attachment. Finding the attachment this turn is going to be pretty critical, I believe. So I think we should dig towards it. We do have Turos, though, so we could like tank a hit with this Zoroark, and it's not too bad. I just would really like to find my attachment this turn, so I'm going to trade. I'm going to discard probably one of the Arvins. It's either one of the Arvins or Counter Catcher. I think I'd like to keep as many options open as possible. I'll discard one Arvin. We found Turbo Energize and Secret Box. We have such a good hand. Discarding cards to Secret Box is going to feel bad. But I think it might be worth it to get the Turbo Energize poppin'. So let's go ahead and... I could also discard the Turbo Energize and search another one. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to discard Arvin, Bosses, and the Turbo Energize, because we can always shuffle back Arvin and Bosses with the Pal Pad later in the game. So for the first thing we want to search, I'm going to grab another Arvin. Of course, our Pal Pad is not prized. We would check our prizes here if I wasn't being lazy. I am being lazy, though. Did I prize Earthen Vessel? Oh my gosh. I did, didn't I? That's really unlucky. And we prized the other Turbo Energize. We're going to be choked on energy. How much energy do I have left in deck? I may need to get an Iono here just to get a hand refresh. Prize 1 Dark. So we have 7 energy and no way to search it. That's really rough. All right, let's go ahead and grab ourselves an Air Balloon and then the Nest Ball. Cool. I don't know why I grabbed Nest Ball. That was kind of a panic decision there, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. I'll probably just discard the Nest Ball next turn. Whatever I was grabbing there, it might have been Pal Pad was the grab, or wait, Ultra Ball to find the last Zoroark to try and hit our attach this turn. Yeah, that was probably the move, or PP up for next turn. Man, no attach is crazy, no Earthen Vessel, and then we discarded our only Energize. I should have checked my prizes, obviously, on the ball search. Had I checked my prizes, I would be knowing what I'm doing, so. Yeah, I guess it's just food for thought for next game. This is, again, first game we're playing with the deck, trying to warm up. He's going to grab a 4th Hoot Hoot, so he's fully activated here. Serrano is going to be able to grab him Eevee guy, a different Eevee guy, and then probably like one of his masks if he's playing the masks. Usually they do play the Wellspring. Oh, he's going to grab Pheasantipity and Latias. Interesting. So he might already have access to the field spell, the stadium. You know what I'm talking about. Area 0. No, just full pass. Oh my god. That is a gift. That is truly a gift. I was about to evolve right after I just said I like doing this first, But yeah, we'll go ahead and discard the Artisan. We don't really want to help the opponent out here. And we finally found our attach. I would like to find Ends PP up. I guess I could, if I find another attach here, I have 4 draws to find another attach. So we play this one. Do we Arven first? Is it better to Arven first? Yeah, it is, actually. I think it's always better to Arven first. So we go ahead and get the way to boost the energy and the technical machine, and then we're going to discard the technical machine with the Zoroark here. Let's see what we get. Oh, that is the worst attach we could get, man. That's so funny. It's the wrong energy. I guess we just pass again, right? Kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy, but no, I don't want to get Ionoed. Okay. I'll attach it. Oh, it has to go to a bench one, that's right. Jeez. Fighting energy. It's really biting me here. We have some tough prizes. You still attach energy to your Pokemon. You sure you want to end your turn? Yes, I'm sure. Unfortunately. There's really no reason to attach the fighting right now. It could be a useful discard later. This deck is all about like not committing your cards. This guy can just one-hit KO us. Thankfully, Psychic doesn't build up to this attack, so he's going to need to Crispin. Even Crispin can't get him to a Carnelian this turn, which is useful, I guess. He finally found his Noctowl. It was only a matter of time, right? So, man, this has been an awkward game. I'm being honest. This is why you check your prizes. This game would have been going way better for us if I had checked my prizes. I'm just playing a little bit like a scrub. I'll be more disciplined next game and check my prizes as soon as as soon as I can. So, there's the Area 0. Maybe I should have saved the Artisan to counter the Area 0, but I don't really mind it, you know? He has a bunch of like bench sitters that we can target down with Sob. Latias is actually really good for us here because we can target this with Sob as well. This deck does usually play Turos, so yeah, I didn't really want him to. I guess he could Crispin and Carnelian. Ooh, that'd be really bad. Then we'd be in a bad spot. I guess, what do we do if he Crispins and Carnelians? If he Crispins and Carnelians, then he takes 2 prizes. We can hit the Flareon back. It might be best just to punch Flareon. Looks like he's going to go after Reshiram. I don't mind this at all, honestly. Him being on odd prizes is actually pretty good for us. And this will give us an opportunity to maybe trap the Latias on our turn. Because he's only got 2 cards he's working with here. 3 after the draw step. So we could take this as an opportunity to go get our Water Pawn and then use the Sob attack. I'm going to promote Monkey Dory, and then I'm going to put the Air Balloon on the Monkey Dory. And then I'm going to retreat it into the Water Pawn, attach the Fighting Energy, Counter Catcher up the either the Fezandipity or the Latias. It's probably better to trap the Fezandipity. He's powering up the Terapagos, which is interesting. But yeah, we'll promote Monkey here. Him KOing the Reshiram is like kind of not that big of a deal, I don't think. We found another Iono, so still no energy. Let's Nest Ball first. Let's go get the Water Pawn, because that's our plan here. We're going to need to find that Reshiram at some point, but I'm sure we'll be able to do that. We now have a very wide bench, which is nice. I'll attach here. I should probably be doing this after I trade, because I'm going to trade a couple times here just to try and find my future plays. Okay, we found a Dark Energy for next turn. I don't think we need to discard much else. I kind of like our hand, and we're running a little low on resources, so I think what the goal is going to be this turn is to get that Reshiram in play. So let's go get Arven. Arven will go get us our Night Stretchers prized. Just Nest Ball then, and we'll get the second Reshiram. If he kills the second Reshiram, or knocks out the second Reshiram, that's when it'll prompt us to Super Rod here. I played this game a little bit suboptimally, probably, but it's fine. It's not the end of the world. I think the card we want to trap here is Fezandipity. It makes the most sense to trap Fezandipity. I'm surprised he split up the energy this way. Let me see, is there anything else we want to do this turn? No, not really. Let's just sob. Trap this guy. We'll try and trap him for 2 turns, and then after we trap him for 2 turns, then we can retreat, knock it out with Zoroark. We don't really have to worry about too much, because then he won't get to flip the script back and build up resources. It is a little nerve-wracking, I won't lie, but... Ooh, yeah, he's going to get out of it with an Ultra Ball. That was a timely Ultra Ball. That can get him a Noctowl. And then Noctowl can get him the Tauros, and then he can knock out our Ogerpon with his Terapagos. Yeesh. This is not going well. I wonder if at this point it's in our best interest to... Oh, wow. He's going for the Canelian attack. That's not what I expected. Yeah, that's not what I expected. I expected him to go for this. Does this not knock me out? What is it, 30 for each of your bench Pokemon? Oh, it doesn't knock me out. Wow. I guess that's why... That's part of the reason why he plays the Water Pond, I suppose. Cool. So this guy can't attack next turn, which is pretty good. That gives us, like, a pretty real opportunity to start building up a comeback force, which is cool. And we drew a counter catcher? Oh, say less. If we do counter catcher around this, that's, like, not great, though. I'm cool with discarding Professor's Research. I don't think we're going to play that for the rest of the game. So, we'll do that. There's a boss's orders. The boss's orders and the counter catcher will be necessary for future renovations. I just want to get damage on the Flareon now. Yeah, the Flareon is actually the threat here, because it can one-hit KO the Zoroarks. Nothing else in play really matters, so... And since we're so behind, we kind of have to just do it, I guess. This Pokemon can't attack next turn, yes. So he'll have to retreat this to the Terapagos. And the Terapagos can't knock out the Zoroark, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, we'll just go Virtuous Flame for 170. Again, this could be a mistake, but he only has 3 cards to work with, and unless he has very specific 3 cards, then might be okay. Yeah, just has to pass. Cool, that makes sense. We've drawn another Darkness Energy. I think we need to set up our next attacker a little bit, so... But is it going to be Zoroark? Is Zoroark going to be our next attacker? If it is, we should get 1 energy down on a Zoroark. I think that's just should be something we do. We can now capture the Fezandipity and knock it out. He'll knock us out, going to 1 prize. That's too scary. I think what we want to do is we want to knock this out with... Actually, no, I don't know about that. Because then he gets the 3 draws off the Fez. He has 4 cards to work with. This might even be a boss's orders move. Because we can still counter catcher next turn. Okay, and I can Iono him to 1 as well. Yeah, I really like getting rid of Fezandipity. I think that's where I'm at. Oh, I can't even KO Fezandipity. What am I doing? I thought for some reason I had more damage on it. Well, this is why you play the deck. I thought for some reason I hit for more than 172. Interesting moments. I'm scrubbing up real quick. I got a little confused there. Alright, plan B. Plan B. Let's kill the Flareon. It's not pretty, but we'll make do. This is probably just right anyway. I just burned 2 bosses for no reason, but maybe we'll be able to come back. Copium. Oh, man. Okay, what have we got? There's our Earthen Vessel. Cool. So now he has nothing in play that can really threaten the Zoroark in one hit, which is nice. He'll have to either two-shot the Zoroark, or he'll have to, I don't know, build up another Flareon somehow, which is going to be difficult to do with 2 Crispins gone and 3 Crispins gone and the Sparkling Crystal gone. He might just be in a tough spot here. It's not undoable, but he's got the guys in play that we can hunt down pretty easily. He might just turtle up on like a 1-prizer and maybe poke with a Fan Rotom this turn to try and get me in range of the Terapagos. And then that's where it's going to look really silly that I just burned 2 bosses, because I would love to have a boss's orders on this turn. But we can draw our whole deck, I guess. It looks like he's going to attack with Terapagos. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I don't know if we can KO this, though. Oh, no, we can, because we've got the powerful Rage. Wow, this is such a cool deck. I've made several mistakes. I didn't check my prizes. I've wasted 2 boss's orders superfluously. Yeah, it looks like he might have wanted to... Oh, this makes him do more damage. Or is he switching? Oh, he's doing more damage. So what is this, 210? 270. Oh, that's close. Close but no cigar. The nice thing is, though, is like... as long as we can make sure we've got our deck thinned to be what we need it to be, this shouldn't be an issue. How do I want to do this? I think I wanted to attach to Monkey Dory and then move 30 onto Pheasantipity. I think was my plan. So we go here. Yeah, that should be easier. I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point. I'm just moving damage just to move the damage. Just to make sure we have multiple options. In case he, like, Turos Latios, he can't also Turo the Pheasantipity. I think I'm going to discard a few more cards here just to get the deck down in size so that we have some guarantees. There's our Pal Pad. That's beautiful. Let's use that. Shuffle back both bosses' orders. And we will want to use the trade as well. I think I want to discard the Ogre Pawn. I just want to make sure the deck is as, like, good, with, like, dense with good cards as possible. So there's the Night Joker. We use the powerful Rage. Knock out the Terapagos. He is going to be able to sacrifice Pokemon off his bench. I should have taken that into account. Ooh, that's ugly. I don't love that. Oh, he didn't sacrifice the 2 prizers. Cool. Now we basically guaranteedly win. We just need to find an energy and a bosses between 4 draws of Draw Step and then 2 draws off of an Iono. So worst case scenario here, he Ionos me, he knocks out the Zoroark, and then we have, I think, 7 cards out of however many cards to find bosses plus energy, and that should be very easy to find. Because I believe there is a bosses and an energy in the top 7 cards of our deck after we get Ionoed, so it's a guarantee at this point. So I've made a few mistakes, but I think we have checkmate here. I don't think there's a way he can get out of this. So yeah, wow, what an incredible first game with Mateusz's Zoroark deck. With Eevee and the power of friendship, we can overcome any challenge. Well, except for Zoroark, apparently. But yes, very, very, very nicely done. I'm definitely going to get another game with this because this deck is cool. And yeah, I really like... Oh, we got some rewards. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Give me those hex gems. Those gacha mechanics straight into my bloodstream. Thank you very much. Anyway, yeah, let's get another game. This deck is cool. I haven't been this excited to play a deck in a little while. Well, a good deck, I should say. I've been playing a lot of like for fun decks like Greninja, Charizard, and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm like grinning at playing this. I'm actually having a great time. This is so cool. This is just like really, really well designed deck, and it's like the exact type of deck that I like to play, where it's like just the best cards and you don't worry about too much else, and it's like all about how you play and like the way you sequence things, and yeah, no fluff, no bricks. Zoroark can convert all the bricks, which is nice. Yeesh, default sleeves. It's always a liability to commit a 2-prizer in some matchups, so we have to start with Reshiram. That's like, if this card is bad in the matchup, then it's a liability to have committed a 2-prizer. Our hand is great though. We've got Secret Box and Buddy Buddy Poffin. Thus far, we've not had a bad hand. Looks like we're playing up against Joltik Box. Does this guy hit for weakness? No, he doesn't. Interesting. This will be a hard matchup, I think. Because they've got Galvantula to knock out Zoroark. I'm trying to think of the way we approach this. This is probably like an Iono spam matchup. Okay. Let's attach a fight, Darkness Energy and pass the turn. We don't need a Secret Box just yet. But yeah, this is going to be a hard matchup, I think. We'll need to be smart about how we approach things, because Galvantula and Pikachu can both knock out Zoroark in one hit. So, I'm looking at the deck list. How will we even approach this? Blood Moon Ursaluna is going to be pretty useful. Oh, wow. That is not what I expected. This looks like Joltik Gholdengo, which was a deck from the stream. It's like a kind of a hybrid deck of the two. Good thing we didn't discard our Ogerpon quite yet. It looks like it might actually end up being very useful here. Yeah, it looks like it might actually end up being awesome. I still may discard it because we only have so many cards we can keep before we research next turn. Unless we're discarding the research. Let's say we discard research, energy, another card. There's the Joltik. There's the attach. So he's going to hard retreat into Joltik? No. Okay. So, the research isn't bad here. It might even be research away the Secret Box. Because what is it off Secret Box we need? I guess we need the Air Balloon. We get Arvin for Air Balloon Energize. Air Balloon Evolution. No, sorry, we can't get both of those. Oopsies. Actually, is it just Evolution plus like, I don't know, Buddy Buddy Poffin or something like that? Just something to get more Zoroarks down? Could be Switch plus Evolution. Okay, let's do that. Let's go Ogerpon Mask. Attach the basic Dark. Attach the TM Evo. Switch out to the Ogerpon. And then Evolution. Boom. This seems not bad. And what's nice about this too is that we only have 5 prizes in play that aren't the Ogerpon. So if he like has to go around the Ogerpon constantly to even get anything going, then yeah. And now that I'm thinking about it, Ogerpon also walls Galvantula as well. So it seems good. It seems pretty busted here, actually. I am not opposed. Secret Box might even be finding us the... What is the card I'm thinking of? Energy Switch, maybe. We shall see. We shall see. I might just discard my hand to this research. What has he played so far? Earthen Vessel? I looked away from the screen. Discard Joltik, Rock Scouting, Buddy Buddy Poffin. He's got one Dingo. He's going to retreat to maybe the Joltik and then try to attach and then pump out some energy. That looks like the case. So he can get grass and electric energies or lightning energies, but he can't get metal energies for the Gholdengo, which is a little bit of non-synergy, I suppose. He gets another Gholdengo here. It makes sense. Just get all your Gholdengos down. But now he can't damage the Ogre Pawn, which is nice, so it's possible I should have gone for the TM, the Energize, and then not get the Zoroarks in play. But, oh well, here we are. As long as, because Secret Box can get us Earthen Vessel, but then it can't get us Energy Switch, so we need to get one of those, right? Huh. Alright, let's start off with the obvious. Discard energy. Draw 2. Nice Stretcher, Buddy Buddy Poffin. Okay. Pretty happy to discard the Buddy Buddy Poffin for some more resources. Ooh. Interesting. Pretty happy to discard the Wellspring. Not so happy to discard Night Stretcher and Ursaluna. So I think it may be discard Wellspring, Research, and the up. Wellspring, Research, up. And then we go get Arven, Energy Switch, and then the Arven can get the Earthen Vessel and we can start attacking. Artisan, and then we'll get Air Balloon just for mobility. And then the Arven goes and gets the Earthen Vessel and the Energize. This is maybe not the best way to do things, but it's the fastest way to do things, and I feel like being aggressive, so let's make it happen. I don't really want to give him a ton of time here. And we have in-play draw, so we can dig out of a bad situation if we get Ionoed or we need to find something. The only issue is if this guy somehow gets knocked out. I'm not sure how he would get knocked out, but if he does, we're kind of out of luck. We kind of don't really have a great way to do anything for a while. We can't attack on the next turn easily. So we'll go ahead and use the Demolish, take our first prize. It's a negligible prize, but it looks like he's going to concede because he can't beat the mask. Wow. With Eevee and the power of friendship, we can overcome any challenge. He did have Iron Hands, so he could have played that game out, but he just didn't get a chance to bench the Iron Hands, I guess. Interesting. That went well. 2-0 pretty easily. Let's get a third game. I think playing 3 games sounds great, and we can wrap it up after the third game. I'm hoping to get something like a Dragapult or a Gardevoir, because those are like the matchups I want to play. Those are the scarier matchups, I should say. But yeah, it'd be fun to play those. And then I would also like to play Charizard, just because his only matches on stream were Charizard, and I wanted to take a crack at it watching him play it, just see if there was a way to handle that matchup, because that matchup looks brutal with this deck. It does not look good. But we shall see. I think we lost all 3 coin flips, which is funny. But the deck just feels good. It feels good going first, feels good going second. I really can't complain. It seems very well designed. I noticed that I did enjoy the idea of Monkey Dory in the active in the face of Fan Rotom, so I am going to do that instead of putting Zoro on the active. Oh wow, looks like we're getting Dragapult. And a couple of mulligans from the opponent, which is nice. So we should be able to draw 2 here. So Voodoo is coming next turn. The Itchy Pollen is coming next turn. Like guaranteed. think our goal is to get 2 Zorua in play. This is such an interesting matchup. Yeah, I think we need to get our Zoroarks evolved immediately. This time we will check our prizes because this is a real deal type matchup. Prize to Zorua, prize to Reshiram, prize Water Ogerpon. No, Water Ogerpon's in. Okay, so prize Reshiram, Zorua. Looks like 1 bosses, 1 Arven, at least. Yeah, 1 Arven. Let me check my prizes. Jeez, relax. I didn't get the rest of them, but alas, I don't know the deck list well enough. Maybe Palpad. I don't know if I saw Palpad there. So we'll bench double Zorua. Attach the Dark Energy to the active monkey. And I don't want to Artisan because if he's missing Buddy Poffin, we don't want to give him Dreepy access. And there really isn't anything to get off Artisan just yet, so we'll pass. Next turn, I'm going to try to set up the TM Evo off of Arven. Okay, he's got his own Artisan, so that's fine. That means that we will be able to discard our Artisans to Zoroark, if we can find a Zoroark, which is nice. Finding Zoroark under Itchy Pollen, not going to be the easiest thing in the world, but not too bad, I guess. Oh, he's going to boss his orders. That's annoying. I actually find that to be really annoying. But it gives us more damage to play with off the Monkey Dory, so it could be worse. That is not what we wanted to draw. I guess that was the reason not to commit the energy yet. Let's go ahead and Artisan. We're going to need Reshiram at some point, so we might as well get it now. I could Turos the Zorua, and that would give me the opportunity to Turbo Energize. But that just seems kind of silly. I could Arven. I could also Iono. My hand's not very good, but he's only got 4 cards. I don't really want to Iono him into something playable. Even 1 Dracloak is playable for him, though, so we're not in a great spot here. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna try Iono. I'm actually gonna try it. I think if we hit even 1 Zoroark, we're kind of crushing it. And we hit 2. I guess we didn't prize Palpad. Nice. Let's evolve the bench one first, and then we'll use his trade ability to discard the Buddy Poffin. Draw 2 new cards. Cool, so we've got another Zoroark in play. We'll use that trade ability to discard this Buddy Poffin. And we drew TM Evo. Kind of useless now that I already have both my Zoroarks popping. Let's bench the Zorua. It does give him a way to find prizes with Dragapult here, but that's okay. I'll go ahead and move the 20 damage onto the Dreepy and pass turn. So yeah, I guess Iono did work out pretty well there. It got me what I wanted, which is the Zoroarks. It did, however, get him a fresh hand. It looks like he's also on Charizard. Charizard's a way he can knock out the Zoroarks. We may need to start hunting down Charmanders. That might be our modus operandi here. He has his own Monkey Dory, which means we'll need to get another one next turn so we can out Monkey Dory him. That Iono is really helpful for us. Our hand was not very good. We need energies. Beautiful. This is actually so perfect. This is so perfect. This is really what we wanted here. There's Terra Orb that can get him the Dragapult. Does he have Rare Candy? That'd be interesting. Oh my gosh, he does. That's terrifying. I don't love this. He's going to go for Itchy Pollen again. Let's go ahead and... Do I want to shuffle that bosses back to the top of the deck? Yeah, let's do that. Let's grab Monkey Dory. I need to start pinging this Charmander. Let's go ahead and trade away the Earthen Vessel. Draw 2. There's another monkey. I could Turbo Energize here, which would actually be pretty strong, I think. I want to discard the Fighting Energy. I don't think we're going to be using Overcall in this matchup. I could be very wrong about that. We might need it to wall out Charizard at some point. Oh, we found bosses? Ain't no way. That's very good. Because I'm going to boss the Charmanders for sure. Or the Charmander. So let's attach the energy to the active Zoroark. Let's go ahead and Monkey Dory off the damage. Move the 20 onto the Dragapult. Just soften it up a bit. It's possible I should have been hunting the Voodoo, but I don't want to give him Counter Catcher. That would be really annoying. Turbo Energize to the active. Dude, I love how Turbo Energize just works under Itchy Pollen. That's such cool deck design. We can now boss something else to stall. I don't really think that that's like the best play here. I think it's better to save the boss. So I'm just going to Turbo Energize and grab 2 Darkness Energy. 1 to the active. Oh, is it only the bench? How does this work? Oh, a bench Pokemon. Ew. Cringe. Well, in that case, let's go 1 to Zoroark, 1 to Monkey Dory. Diversify the energy in play. We can always attach 1 from hand pretty easily. The fact that he never found a Dracloak is really nice for us. He may have one this turn, though. Okay, his Dragapult is now primed and ready to attack. It's not even really that scary, though. He's got Unfair Stamp, TM Evo. We haven't knocked anything out, so that Unfair Stamp doesn't do anything. We might even get the opportunity to Iono away the Unfair Stamp, which is nice. Double Charmander complicates things for sure. That's going to be hard to deal with. Okay, so here comes the serve. So he's going to take the initiative here. He's going to Dragapult the Zoroark. Charizard hits for 180 plus 30 for each prize you've taken. So it's going to hit for 270 if we've taken 3 prizes. He's diversifying the damage this way so that he can keep us off of good Monkey Dory pings. We can attach to the active. I want to Iono him, but I'm just so nervous about that. There's no way, unfortunately, that I can KO both Charmanders. Yeah, there's no way I can KO both Charmanders. The only way for me to have a 3 prize turn here is to damage move onto the Voodoo. And then, yeah, go from there. I think we want to Iono first before using the trade. It's hard to tell. This is my first time playing the deck, like I said. 3rd time now. But it's really hard to gauge whether or not we want to do these things. We found another Zoroark. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. We can now start to build our legacy, build our dynasty. I want to discard the Arven. I think it's no longer necessary. I think from this point in the game, I might actually discard the Counter Catcher. I don't think there's a chance in hell we're ever using that card this game. And then there's Turbo Energize, which we're probably also not using, so let's get that out of here as well. Okay, so we've got 2 Monkey Dories now and a Zoroark that can attack. So let's go ahead and Adrena Brain. I should have probably done this. Actually, don't know where I want to put these. He's going to be able to KO a Zoroark, and then we won't be able to KO a Charizard. If he rare candies into Zard, it's going to be really annoying. Yeah, he's going to get a lot of initiative here. I don't love that. How much would I need in order to KO? I would just need too much in order to KO. You know what? I'm gonna put it on the Dreepy. I actually think that's the play. It seems kind of weird, but like, I just think it's the play. And then we're gonna use the Night Joker for 280 with the Outrage, the powerful Rage. And that'll knock out the Dragapult. Take 2 prizes. Yeah, I think this is better, because I just don't care about the Voodoo. Like, the Voodoo's a free prize no matter how long it sticks around. But if he has to ladder this into Drekloak, like this, now that's a sitting duck. And yeah, if he has to ladder these, then we have an opportunity here to really make some dangerous things happen. With Shuffleaway's Unfair Stamp, he might still be able to Iono us, though, which would be annoying. Yeah, there's the Iono. Yeah, cool. Alright. Interesting. Did we prize Turos? Is that what we prized? No, no way. I think we had Turos early on, didn't we? Yeah, I remember having it, like having the opportunity to be able to pick up the Badoo. This hand gets Air Balloon, so it does everything I need it to do. And it also will... We can move damage onto the Drekloak, which is beautiful. And we can start to recover some ground here. I don't know exactly how we want to move the damage. Like I obviously want a fresh... Oh, wow, he might be going just hard evolve into Charizard. Is that something he's doing here? Yeah, he has a rare candy. Huh. So Zoroark hits for 280. And then we've got 50 damage, but it's split up, so we can't move it. Yeesh. Ain't that annoying. Okay. Maybe if we get another... Maybe if we get another Monkey Dory, we can KO the Charizard. How does that work? I don't want to discard any of these cards. I like them all. I guess Nest Ball is the least useful with Artisan in play. Right? Yeah. Actually, no, Ultra Ball is the least useful. Nest Ball is better than Ultra Ball at this stage. Okay, there's Switch. There's another Artisan, which is cool. So we'll go ahead and discard the Artisan. I'm trying to think how we want to approach this turn. Countercatcher's not live. How do we want to approach this turn? Can I beat 2 Charizards? Is that even something I can do? I'm definitely taking prizes this turn, but I don't know if I want to discard Countercatcher, so I'm definitely going to discard TM Evo. There's a research. Dang, every time I see this one, I got to switch it to the Sawdust one, because every time I see it, I think it's Professor Turos, and I'm like, oh, snap. And then it's not. On Fort. Okay, so we don't have energy access. Do we have Earthen Vessel in deck? No, I discarded it earlier. So we don't have energy access unless I, like, get Energy Switch? If I get Energy Switch and Monkey Dory, I can actually beat... Oh, I can't Monkey Dory and attack in the same turn, though. Because I'm locked. So I have to get Reshiram with Artisan. Okay, my other Reshiram is prized, I believe. So, sick. Okay. Then in this case, it's just going to be a KO Drekloak, move some damage, and then punch Charizard at angle, I think. So we'll Night Stretcher back Reshiram. Put down the Reshiram. How much is he hitting for? It doesn't say. That's annoying. It's 280. We move 30 off. It's 220. That's fine. Let's see what we can do with that. So we knock this guy out. There goes the Dracloak. He's now hitting for 270 with Charizard, which knocks out my bench Zorua. I need to get that 10 off the Zorua ASAP. I think that might be what I need to do right now. And I could Arven this turn as well. I wonder if Arven gets me out of this somehow. I don't think it can. We needed more bench space. This is definitely familiarity in the matchup issue, because I would have maybe not benched the third Zorua had I known I would need triple monkey here. We can also just take another prize off the Pidoo. I'm going to get greedy with it. We're going to take another prize. I just want to see what happens. And I am going to play Arven. I'm going to go grab the air balloon and the secret box. Yeah. Just so that we have hecka options for the next turn. Is it better for me to actually copy the other attack now? I think it is. Yeah, it is. So we just hit for 170. I think we're in a position to guaranteedly win. I don't think, like, he needs to Turos this Zard, evolve this Charmeleon, and have 2 more fire energy, which he just doesn't have. There's an Arven that can get unfair stamp, and then he can try and put us off energy, which is like probably the angle. So he's not going to use the Dracloak until after he uses the unfair stamp. He could also find a dark energy to attach to the Monkey Dory, or a luminous energy, I should say. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so that's something. That's actually pretty darn good, but not too good, you know. If he erases the damage, then it can make things annoying. We just need to find an energy here, and we've got Arven, which gets us out of this situation. It gets us to energy switch. So yeah, we should have a guaranteed win. Yeah, so he's erasing the damage to make it so we have to double monkey. What's he gonna go after here? Oh, Reshiram. Wow, interesting choice. I don't hate it from him, obviously, because like, but we have Artisan in play. He must understand that we've prized our the Reshiram, but I mean, he just dobs, dude. He's just dobs. Wow, this deck is so good. Oh my gosh, I'm like actually shocked. Arven gets Super Rod and the air balloon, and then the Artisan that he put in play comes back to haunt him. We also have a bunch of trades we could do. Let's go ahead and Super Rod back the Reshiram. And then I'll trade a bit just to flex on him. Because we have the Artisan, we can just end this game. He should concede. Yeah, nice. 3-0, lost every single coin flip. Misplayed a couple times, and the deck was so powerful it carried me. I love it. I think Mateusz is the GOAT. I think this build is perfect. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next vid. Peace.